guys, it's your girl Luna. Welcome back to the channel. Hopefully you're all doing amazing and having a great time in your second life and just everything, okay? So we're going to be going a little bit more in depth on the starter items of Mystory. So if you previously saw the video I did on how to get started, where to get it, I kind of went into a little depth of the Mystory HUD and the things that you get, but we're only going to pay attention to the starter items that you get, how to use them, and how to really get started. I've had a lot of questions on, what is all this stuff in here? I got the animals and the tablet and this and that, but my hunger and all this, my stats are going down fast. Like, how do I get started, but everything's diminishing fast? So what we're going to look at, like I said, are the starter items. So if you watch that video, if not, I'll put it up here on the screen somewhere. Go check out the video on where to get all these things, and then you'll kind of know what I'm talking about. I specifically have my Mystory items in a specific spot, so I always know where to get them. So in my inventory, I have my Mystory items. I even have my fields and my animals separated, but we're not looking at that today. So in Mystory, you're gonna get the RP system, and this is where you attach all the things. Again, watch that video so you know what all this stuff is, so you're already here. One thing I do want to bring up is if you want to offer Mystory to people that come to your shop or maybe come to your home, you get a Mystory system giver. What this is this literally gives Mystory to people who come to, say you have a shop and they can grab it. I was trying to pull it up, but there it is. They can grab this to get it if they want it. So some people ask, what is this giver that I'm getting? So when they click on this, you are giving them permission to get the HUD, and they're not going to get the starter items, but that's what the Mystory system giver is if you're curious on what that is in their pack. All right, so back to the things that we were looking at. So when you open up your starter items, you are going to get the starter items, you're going to get scripts, and you're going to get a couple of plots, a couple of seeds, which those are the easy things. The plots are the items that you're going to farm. Those are pretty explainable. But you're also going to get reusable items, scripts, and animation box. So the reusable items that you're going to get a toothbrush, you're going to get a water cup, some bread, a tablet, and a phone. So those starter items, all of those, when you get them, they are going to be able to be used anytime. So I have the toothbrush in my hand. So the chat tells me to click the Mystory starter toothbrush to start using. So when I click the toothbrush, I'm gonna get this box that pops up that says use or stop. Of course, if I want to use it, that is gonna help with my hygiene. Then you have your toast, and again, you're gonna have to click on said item to use it, and it will start working when you hit that use, and then of course when you're ready to stop. So when you get started and you noticed your hunger going down, your hygiene going down, all the things, your thirst, all the things, you can go in here and get either your water cup, your toothbrush, your toast, your tablet, and you're good to go. So you're not gonna have food that's ready. So that's what those starter items are for. Now, if you go into your Mystory HUD, so when you open up your Mystory circle, okay, and click your menu is going to give you items to use just like the starter items that we've got. So say that you need to get your happiness up, but you don't have anything, or your social up and you don't want to do whatever the case is. There's some stats that are low. You're going to click on actions, and you're gonna get these HUDs that's come up. You can call a friend, you can take a nap, relieve yourself, or play a game. Now, these don't have animations to them, just FYI. There are no animations. But when you click on them, it tells you nap is going to give you 15 plus energy, but you're going to lose 7% hunger and thirst. Relieve yourself, you're going to raise your continence 15%, but then your hygiene's going to go down 7%. You can call a friend, 15% social is going to go up, 10% happiness, but negative 7% energy. Play a game, 15% happiness, but negative 7% energy. So again, when you're starting out, you're going to have the starter items from the folder in your inventory, and then your menu under actions is going to have these things to do, and it's going to tell you what those stats are going to look like. So when you get started, there is a means to get everything situated, okay? It's just a matter of getting ready, getting everything set, and figuring out where those things are. But once you start getting your farming situated, once you start getting food cooked, all of that, I've probably only used my starter items like the first couple weeks. Honestly, I used my starter items maybe the first 2 weeks because I was getting all of my crops, all of my food, and then once that was there, I had all the things I needed, okay? So the other thing that you're gonna get are your, all right, there's my, I still have like the cell phone and stuff too from the first time that we got them. So we're gonna look at our cooking animation boxes. We have a farming animation box and a cooking animation box. These are things that you're gonna get in your starter kit items. I don't really use the cooking animation box anymore because I have an interactive kitchen, so I don't really need it. But if you didn't have one, this can add that animation as well. But I do use the farming animation box. I think I have it on one of my trees and one of my farming plots. I don't put one on all of it because that's just, I don't really need that just taking up all the primacy, right? All right, so we're gonna drop down I'll drop down the farming animation box. So once you put this box down, you can make it invisible, so you just have to remember where to click on it when you want to do the animation. So you're going to click on said box, and you're going to get a blue box here that's going to pop up. So you can do female or male weighting, male or female, and then when you click on that, you have the option to pick a veggie, and then a little basket pops up. You can pick a fruit, and the fruit is usually for the trees, which I don't, yeah, okay. And then you can water, and I wish the watering can did have like water coming out of it, but that's okay. And then you can also plant, where it looks like you are planting seeds. So again, you would make this box invisible by right-clicking edit. And then when your edit box come up, go to texture and just raise that transparency, and now it is invisible. So now you just click on it, and then you're still gonna get that where it looks like you're planting your seeds and all of that and picking. And then of course, if you want to see it, you would just put that transparency back. So this is a nice little animation box that you can get to give you that interaction that you would like during your farming that you'll be doing. So we're gonna go ahead and stand up, and I can show you the cooking one while we're out here. Of course, like I said, mine, I don't need it in my kitchen, but the cooking one is very similar. You're gonna have your female and male weighting, and then your male and female animations. You're gonna get flip pan, so now you're flipping a pan while you're cooking. You're gonna get chop, and you can adjust these positions. You're gonna get stir pot, you're gonna get mix, and you're gonna get rolling. So these are gonna give you some animations that you can use for your cooking if that's something that you would like. And all of these come in your starter items, okay? Don't forget that. Those are all the things that you're going to get in your starter items. That is so very nice to have, right? Okay, so we have our starter items. Let's actually go ahead inside because I want to show you the scripts and then how to utilize your tablet to the max capacity that you could. All right, so here we are in my kitchen, and I'm going to show you the things that you can do with your tablet. I have a tablet here to my right. So in your starter items, you are going to get a tablet. This is where you can click on that little plus sign, and it's going to give you all the levels of what can be cooked. And when you cook on those levels, it tells you the items that you can cook when you are that level. And it also gives you the ingredients. So that's what I also love about that, is that if you're not sure what you need, you can click on this tablet and look on the ingredients. So say you just hit level 17, you're of course going to be able to cook everything from level 1 to 17, but it's only going to show you those items that you've just unlocked. So at level 17, you can make a fruit bowl, and it's going to tell you need 1 grape, 1 banana, 1 strawberry. The single cooking tablet gives you 3 minutes. You get 20 uses out of the 1 serving, plus 2.5 hunger, plus 1% energy, and it's telling you it's under breakfast, cooking, and level 17. So that's what's really nice that I like about this tablet, is that it does give you a feeling of having a recipe book on, sitting right there on your table, and it's really nice to have. And you can also click on other things and guides for collecting, harvesting, and other things. So it's pretty much the website in your tablet for you to use while you're cooking. One thing that I really do like as well, though, is that when you get your tablet, you can res it out more than once. So if you do not have the family tablet, because the family tablet you have to level up to get, and you can use the family tablet to where the family tablet cooks 5 meals at a time. So then, you're getting those 5 meals as one instead of 1 plate altogether. But with the cooking tablet, if you want to cook more than 1 item, you can res out more than 1 tablet, okay? So don't think that, oh my god, I only have 1 tablet, I can't res, this is going to take forever to cook all this food. No, put out more than 1 tablet, and you can cook as much as you want, okay? So say I'm going to go ahead and click on the tablet. This is the box that's going to pop up. You're going to get all the lineup of things that you want to cook, from chicken, dessert, your ingredients. So let's say we need to make some bread, some ingredients. So we can make oil, sugar, bread, cheese. Actually, let's go ahead and make cheese on this one. It's going to tell me that I need 2 milk, and then I'll hit yes. Now, if you don't have the right products, your chat will tell you whether you do. So right now it's telling me, it's checking the products. It's telling me I need 2 milk to make this. And now it's telling me I do have the right products. So guess what? It's going to take 3 minutes for that item to finish cooking. So we're making cheese in that one. We're going to click on our other tablet. And then let's say we want to make some breakfast. Let's see if I have ingredients for my breakfast though. Let's go ahead and make pancakes. Pancakes is going to take 1 milk, 1 flour, 1 sugar, and 1 water. I should have all of that in my inventory. And yes, I do. So now that's going to start cooking for 3 minutes. And now look at that. We're making more than 1 dish for 3 minutes. But one thing that I want to show you is you do get the discrete as well. So you get a discrete cooking tablet, and the discrete cooking tablet is literally just like when you have the discrete items that we talked about from the shop. It's going to be a blank box that you can put on any item, and I have one here. I put a discrete box on my stand mixer because sometimes I want it to look like I'm cooking, mixing something up from here. So I have my box sitting literally right here. You can see the white lines of the box. You cannot make this viewable. So when we go to edit, you cannot make it, you can't touch the transparency. So it's more of so you're gonna have to memorize where you got it. Or there is a way to see invisible things, but you just have to remember where you got said item to make it easy to be able to get it. So I have those 2 cooking on my tablet. I can click on this and I'm gonna get the same little things that I want. We're gonna go ahead and make some sugar, and then it's gonna tell me I need 2 honey. click yes, and then checking ingredients, and then the timer will pop up and tell me when this is going to be done. So I have sugar being made. I have, what did we have over here? Pancakes and cheese being made as well. So you can have multiple things going on, especially when you get started, to try and build up all of that bulk, okay? So you're going to get your discrete tablet, and you can have as many of those out as you want. You're going to get your normal cooking tablet. You can have as many of those out as you want. You're going to get your animation box for cooking. You're going to get your animation box for farming. You're going to get your starter items from your toothbrush, your tablet, your bread, your cup of water. Did I get all those? I think I did. When your item is done cooking, you're gonna get a notification telling you that your cheese or whatever you cooked is ready. You're gonna hit accept, and then it's gonna go into your inventory under objects. And there, I did some farming today earlier, and this is where your items are gonna be. Now, what I used to do, I used to drag and drop items onto the ground and then click them. So I'm gonna show you 2 different ways that you can do that. I only double click. Of course, you have to add to HUD. You click it and it shows up on your screen. And when you click said item, it says 5 and then it'll go to 0. It is now in my virtual inventory, and then I just detach. Now, what I used to do, I used to drag and drop it onto a surface. I'll just do this with the broccoli. I used to drag and drop it onto the surface because it was just something that when we started off, they said that we should do. But if you drag and drop it, you're going to get the same thing that you would get if it was on screen. When you get your farm items, you're going to get a pack of seeds, and you're going to get the broccoli items. We got lucky. We got 5 packs of seeds this time. So you're going to click your seeds. It's going to go from 5 to 0. And then you're going to click on your broccoli, and that's going to go from 5 to 0. And then I just detach, I take that back, and then I'll delete it from my inventory. All right, so it looks like we got our pancakes, and then we have some food items. So our pancakes are done. So then we would just click on it, and now we're holding our pancakes. So when you make foods from your tablet, you would just add them to your hand, attach them to your hand, and you would click on them. And when you click on them, that's when you're going to get your box. It's telling me my pancakes have 20 uses. So food does diminish, okay? That's what 20 uses means. It will not start using until you click use. Now, if you were to buy items from, say, a vendor, someone who's created their own food, there's a possibility that it will auto use, okay? I'm going to detach this pancake really fast. This pizza that is right next to me, this pizza, when I click it and get an item, this one is auto use, okay? This is one that I got from Del Mar, a place that has a RP sim. So when I attach this is automatically used because this is how they set it up. But if you get any food from the tablet that you cook yourself, you have to click on it, and it will have so many uses, okay? So when I put the pancakes back in my hand, I have to click it. It's going to tell me 20 uses. I'll get 2.5% hunger, and I'll get 1% energy. So I will go ahead and click use. And now chat is going to tell me the pancakes is now being used. So I believe every minute, every 60 seconds, you will get a use of the pancake. You'll get a list of the stats you're getting, but then also your uses is going to go from 20 to 19. Okay, so it's going to just keep going down until there's no more use left. And then the item just becomes a decor item, and you can't use it anymore. Anytime you don't want to use said item, of course, you would just hit stop, and then you don't have to use it anymore. And so you can also see right here, it has now told me the pancake I've gained 1% energy, and I've gained 2.5% hunger, and then also tells me my story pancake is no longer being used. So I like those little items that you get in chat to remind you what's going on. Now, say that you have food out and you have friend or someone coming over. When you click on that item, you have the ability to give access to others. So when you click on access, you can have it for everyone can come and grab this item or take it or use it. You can have it to where it's just you or a certain group. So if you're cooking for family, you can have it set to, if you have your own group, like this family group can use it, everyone that walks into your house can use it, or so on and so forth, or this item is just for you. So I think that's really nice to have as well. And we're going to go ahead and accept some of the items that we made. We have our sugar. So now that's set to 0. We got our cheese, our grape juice. Well, I did that earlier. So these are all the items that you would have to accept if you made them. Our seeds and our rice. And then from there. So I've used all these items, so I'm going to go ahead and delete them out of my inventory because I don't need them. The pizza and the pancakes are going to stay with me. And I'm going to actually get rid of this other tablet as well because I don't need that tablet out. I just, one is fine for me. We're going to go ahead and get rid of that. All right, so now we're going to look at the starter scripts. The starter scripts are scripts that you can drag and drop into any item that you have that has gives you rights to edit. Okay, if the item doesn't give you rights to edit, then you cannot drag and drop these scripts in there. So in your starter items, you get what is called the starter scripts. So they're called the MyStory starter scripts furniture. All right, you're going to get 5 and 10% continence, 5 and 10% energy, 5 and 10% happiness, and 5 and 10% hygiene. Okay, so these chairs behind me, I right click them, I click edit. All right, I go over to the last box that says content, and then in this case, I've already dragged and dropped the MyStory Furniture 5% and the MyStory Furniture Happiness 5%, okay? So you would literally just, I put them next to each other, just make it easy. I literally just click, drag, and then drop it, and then boom. I just give it a second to be in there, and so then now anytime I sit on it, the chat will tell me this item is MyStory compatible. There is no starter stop that you have to push. It's automatic. As soon as you sit on it, it just says this item is MyStory compatible. So the whole time I am sitting here, I am getting those stats that I put into my furniture. You can put anything. If you want to put all of the continence, energy, happiness, hygiene all into a couch because that's where you're going to put your sim, that's where you're going to put your avatar, put them there. I have energy, happiness in my couch. When you go to your bathroom, you can set it up just like any real house where you have your continence in your toilet because that's what's going to be happening when you're in your toilet. I also have continence and happiness because you're happy you're going to the bathroom. My bathtub, of course, has hygiene, happiness, and a little bit of continence. We talked about it. So you can literally put this in anything. So therefore, the minute I get into my bathtub, my chat is telling me that all of the items I have in my bathtub, this item is MyStory compatible. So as long as I'm in this bathtub, I'm reaping all the benefits of those stats there. Now, let's say that you don't have any furniture, which it happens. Say that you have no furniture whatsoever and you're like, I can't use any of these. What do I do? You're going to create a prim, okay? So what I did there was I right-clicked. I'll do it up here. I right-clicked and you see this pinwheel that comes up. I hit create. And I'm just going to hit this little box. If you want to make a triangle, do a triangle, a ball, choose whatever one you want. I made that little box and I created a prim. So I'm going to bring this closer to us so you guys can see what's happening. I made a prim. So now we just have a prim that's hanging out here. Okay. Like I said, we don't have any furniture. Our furniture can't be edited. So what do? I'm going to right click edit on the prim, pull up that content box. I'm going to put my 10% continence, my 10% happiness, hygiene, energy. I'm going to put all the things in this box. That's what we're going to do. So now I'm going to sit on it. No, we don't have an animation, but we have a basic sit. So now my story item is compatible. All 4 of them are compatible. Now, just me sitting on this prim, I'm going to get all my story stats. So if you don't have furniture, you can still get what you need out of it. Okay? You don't have to have furniture starting out. It is what it is. We all start out with nothing, right? But we can get this item and be able to use it. So say you don't have any furniture and your stats are getting low and you don't want to use the menu, you don't want to use all that, but you still want to, and it's 10%, like that's gonna shoot all your stats up really fast. Okay, sit on a prim and it's still going to work as long as it's your created item. Of course it's editable, so that's what you can do. And then as you're sitting here, all of your stats will start to move and let you know that you're getting said items. So those are all the starter items that you get and how to use them. And I hope this has helped and all of the things. And actually, we just had an update. All right, there it is. All of our My Story items, we gain 10% continence, 10% happiness, 10% energy, 10% hygiene. Putting your items in a prim works just as well if you don't have any furniture. So I'm hoping this was helpful for those of you that get your starter items, your starter packet, and you're like, what is all this stuff in here? What is happening? If you found this video first, like I said, please check out the other video to understand what My Story is, or you may have understood it all just from this actual video. Let me know down in the comments how you're enjoying My Story, how long you've been with My Story. They have been around for a little bit over a year, and I'm happy to have been here for the first year and seen how it has changed my interactions and gameplay in Second Life, especially if you're someone like me who has experience in years of playing the Sims franchise from EA. This has definitely made Second Life and that roleplay aspect a lot more fun for me. So I love and appreciate you guys. Thank you for coming to check out some more information on My Story, and hopefully we can hit up each other and go out dancing or something fun over on the Second Life grid. So have a good rest of your day or night wherever you are, and this is Lunagalaxy out.